Okay, now we discuss about the best activities for the natural week. Firstly, I want to elaborate my points. Okay, this is my point. That we should organize the tree planting activities. This is because we can give the disclosures to students on how to plant the trees and determine the type of trees. With that, they are able to practice in their daily life. Okay. The next, this activity also can improve the relationship between students of different stream, different semester, different age. At the same time, this activity can encourage students to cultivate the cooperation. Beside of that, environment will look nice and cheerful if we plant trees. So this activity could make the environment more beautiful than before. Okay, last for my points of tree planting activities. Okay, this activity will also be able to form students to become the members of the society more concerned to environmental conditions. Okay, what is your point, Sam?
My point is that we should organize a trip to the national parks. This is because there are variety of plants and animals, the living things. All the different place in the earth have their own variety in plants and animals, especially in the national parks, since many plants and animals are protected in those areas. So the student from our university can enjoy the view and meet some new animals and plants. Next is they can enjoy the healthy environment. We all need fresh air, clean water and food. Without them we would die. The leaf of the plant in the national parks can provide a very high amount of oxygen for us. Then we can enjoy the high level of oxygens instead of just sitting in this university and only live around this place without going outside. The next one is it's for our enjoyment and health. National parks are places of natural beauty. They are places for people to relax and enjoy. Many people have fun working there, having picnicking and even camping there. I think the student will really enjoy the moment when they are inside the national parks. They can play around and do things that they like, which they cannot do inside this campus. I think they will have more fun and grab new knowledge, since outside activity is more interesting than the activity that is organized inside the campus. The next one is it is very suitable for learning if we go to the national parks. The student can learn a lot of things inside that. Even they can learn what the types of the trees, the animals there, and they can learn how to be friend and be good to the living things. Because in the national parks they enforce some laws that they should not throw rubbish everywhere and even plucking the trees. So besides then they can learn more about nature, they also can discipline themselves. That's all for me. What about your point, Eileen?
In my opinion, I suggest to organize a recycling day. Firstly, we can organize a campaign which is talk about the recycling of recycling. The aim of this campaign is to raise the awareness of the student in this university, which can help them to know that the importance of recycle to the unwanted or unused item. After that, we can test the student by Q&A, and this can help them to bear in mind that the importance of the recycle which is being taught in the campaign. That we can also demonstrate to them how to classify the unwanted or unused items like old newspapers, plastic bottles, old tires and glasses to the three recycle bin which have the color orange, blue and brown. For the orange recycle bin which can collect the item like papers, old newspapers, and next for the blue recycle bin which we can collect items there is something wrong. I correct that. For the orange recycle bin which we can collect plastic bottle and some other. But for the brown recycle bin we can collect glasses, can and some others.
Mana muka ni?
Lastly, there is a collection from students for the things they wanted to recycle, and after that we can send those items to recycle center in order let the workers to recycle the items. And this is all from me. What is your opinion, Musan?
In my opinion, I think that organize a camping trip to a forest reserve is the best activity for the Nature Week. This is because in the camping trip, we can learn many basic survival skills. For example, how to build a tent and also cooking using natural materials. Besides that, we also can recognize many species of flora and fauna in the forest reserve during the camping trip. For example, the flora that we can see in the forest reserve is rafflesia, which is very unique. The third one is this camping trip can improve the relationship between each other. For example, we can divide the student into 5 groups. Then we can set a game to them. For example, ask them to determine out the name of the flora. Then through these activities, we can students can activate the cooperation to each other. So in conclusion, I think that the best activity for the Nature Week is organize a camping trip to a forest reserve. That's all from me. As members of the society, now we will discuss and decide the best activity for the Nature Week. In my opinion, I think that the organize a camping trip to a forest reserve is the best activity for the Nature Week. This is because in this camping trip we can learn many basic survival skills, and we also can recognize many species of flora and fauna. And the last is the most important is we can improve our relationship between each other. For example, through the activities students can activate the cooperation between each other. What do you guys think?
I think our point has a bit similarity since both of our activities is outside the campus. Then I think it's so much fun if we manage to bring the student outside the campus, since there's a lot of things to learn. So I think your points and my points is a bit similarities in it. What about you, David?
Mm, in my opinion, I agree with Nisan's point. Is that we can learn all basic life skill from this activity. Mm. After that, we can also learn how to cooperate with others and we together do the activity which is same as the natural which contain the themes of natural way. Um, what is the point of you, Shamil?
Okay, can I add something here that your opinion, this activity also need to apply by the student in their lives. Okay, so uh, this is my opinion for your point. Now this is my point. Okay, we should organize a tree planting activities. If because to give to or to form the student to become the members of society more concerned to environmental condition. Okay, like this. For example, we in TPU or Taman Pertanian University, we planting the baby corn tree. Even this is not a tree, but we call it tree. Okay. We we plant it and we wait for the few months and after the few months that tree is getting bigger and bigger and they can produce the yield and the same time it is look environment is very beautiful and cheerful. uh, did you agree with my point?
I think we already do those things during the Green Book projects. Wish planting the things, the stuff they already plant it during the Green Book project. So I think if they redo the same things, it's not fun things to do if you keep on doing the same thing. So I think it will make the students to feel boring and they will not feel eager to do the project. What say you, Musan?
But I think that even though we always repeat the same activities, but I think that it's still for some students they will also they will still feel interest because when we plant something like baby corn, then at the end of time the corn will have we will have the result. Then when we see the result, we will feel very happy because that thing is that we plan ourselves. So I agree with Shami.
I also agree with Shamil's point, but instead I have some question to ask you. Um, can you explain in detail about the beautify the environment? I do not understand it.
Okay. The environment will look nice and cheerful if we plant a tree. As I said about the TPU, that we plant the trees and wait a few months, and after that, become the environment is very cheerful and something like that. And it is not a beauty the environment. Also, there are improves the relationship between the student, right? Between the student. At the same time, that activity of or we call it as buku hijau project. can encourage students to cultivate cooperation. Like in morning we going to TPU and then we plant or we put their fertilizer like that. Any activity lah. Okay. This activity also, but it additional of this my point is this activity also need to apply by the student. Not only in university, but only for the home or everywhere, or everywhere they go. Okay. Okay. Now, I want to ask you about what is your idea? What is your idea? What is your idea?
My idea is to organizing the national parks for the student during the nature week, which I think is the best activity for the students since not only to enhance their knowledge about nature, but they also can have more fun and learn something new during their trips to the national parks. What about you, Eileen?
For my point, I suggest to organize a recycling day. Firstly, we can organize campaign to raise the awareness of the student in university, and after that we can test student by Q&A. Some others like demonstrate or to them how to classify the unwanted or unused item like only papers, plastic bottle and much more. Do you agree with my point?
I beg to differ, but I think inside this university there's not much things that the student want to recycle since they only use the same things like the drinks. I don't think they will buy a newspaper and there's no newspaper to recycle, and the recycle Q&A is I don't think it's fun for the students since they are in the university level and they keep on saying recycle recycle since primary school. So I think maybe a different activity. Do you have any, Muisan?
Actually, I want to add some addition for the moon Shami point
Yeah.
about the beautify the environment.
Yes.
I very agree with that point because nowadays they have become more buildings than compared with the trees. So through these planting activities, we can. This is one of the opportunity for us to increase the number of trees in the world.
So what do you think the activity that we should organize, Shahmi?
Okay. For this activity, we also organize recycle day. The activity of recycle day. This is also more of benefit or advantage and also like that. Yes.
What about you, Eileen?
The best activity for the nature week, I would like to organize a trip to nature park, which I interest more in that activity.
Okay, for me, I think that organize a tree planting activities is the best activity for the nature week.
So I choose the activity going to a trip to the national park. As a conclusion, since me and Eileen chose the same point, and well, two of you choose the different points, so the organize a trip to the national parks is the best activity that should be held during the nature week. That's all.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we stop our conclusion here.